So let's raise that big question right at the top tonight. Who is winning the race for the vaccine? Will vaccine nationalism cost countries like India to the benefit of the higher income countries? Which vaccine is India's best bet at the moment? How fast can India get a vaccine?
Yes, well, I think that it's all very, very encouraging. The results are much better than we expected. These viruses are very protective against a disease. There's still details we need to know about the studies, and there are still questions about how long the immune response will be effective. But still, these results could not have been better at this point.
In the case of Moderna, we are seeing that it's preventing practically all severe disease. That's phenomenal. And I anticipate that these results should hold. It won't be perfect, but it'll be very, very, very good at protecting from disease and most likely from infection as well. They may not be suited for the Indian program, particularly the Pfizer vaccine, which requires -70 to -80 for long-term storage. The Moderna is more tractable. -20 is something that we've done before for polio. And the Moderna vaccine can be kept at 2 to 8 degrees for a month. Given that the supply is going to be the critical limiting factor, I think it would be possible to cycle the Moderna vaccines sufficiently to be able to roll them out in the program.
Well, we actually have vaccine already being manufactured in India right now as we speak. So we have several contract manufacturers in India who are producing the vaccine, and our vaccine has been getting as much attention as others, also because it's based on a human adenoviral vector, which we believe is a safer and better studied approach. But yes, the clinical trials are starting. We hope for regulatory approval sooner rather than later from an Indian regulator, and India will be a great hub for our vaccine, not only producing for India, but also outside of India. But also we have very great results of the survey we've done where 80% of people in India would like to get vaccinated.
The concern with both the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccines are the costs, because these vaccines are much, much, much more expensive than we've ever had for any vaccine in the program. It's in the several thousand rupees per dose of vaccine. AstraZeneca is not very far, and Serum Institute has already completed their immunogenicity studies. So we can bridge to the efficacy results from AstraZeneca, and we could have a licensure for AstraZeneca before we have one for Pfizer and Moderna. So there is a difference between the ability to manufacture and the ability to deliver. So in terms of the ability to manufacture, India makes more doses of vaccines than any other country in the world. So with the large companies that we have, Serum Institute, Bharat Biotech, Biological E, all of them have vaccine candidates now that are in clinical trials for SARS-CoV-2. In terms of the delivery, we don't have a delivery program other than for pregnant women when we think of adult vaccination. So here is where the challenges really are going to be in terms of logistics. Who do you give the vaccine to first? How do you document it? When it's a 2-dose vaccine, how do you do follow-up to make sure that they get it? Now, if we go to a community, how are you going to tell people, okay, your grandfather can be vaccinated now, but your father who has diabetes cannot be vaccinated because there isn't enough vaccine to give him? And children and young adults will come even after that. So we are going to have repeated waves of vaccination depending on which the priority groups are at different times. Because if you're talking about vaccinating our entire population with 2 doses of vaccines, I think it's going to take 24 months or more. So that's why the prioritization is important, because you have to keep delivering it to different parts of the population at different times. This is going to be a huge challenge for the country and very, very complicated.